Okay, Mike, I'm going to show you the process for casting the little refrigerator magnet people. We're going to cast them in pairs. So I've got two silicone rubber molds here, and I slid it open. This one is the one for the guy with the buck teeth, whom I'm calling Bucky, and this is the other one, the kind of dopey looking smiling one. I'll just call him Cliff for now, and I'm waiting for better names. You need those two. You need these two holders here, which will hold the piece and allow you to sand the bottom flat and to drill the hole for the magnet. There's one. This one is for Cliff, and this one's for Bucky. It's important to check the level, because when you fill these to the brim with plastic, you don't want it spilling out of one side or the other. So the next thing to do is to check the level. Now this old shop it was born out of level. I mean, nothing is flat, nothing is plumb here. So I'm going to use 3 blobs of clay and a piece of melamine here. And by squishing it down and using a level, I'll be able to find my level. Pretty good that way. And then this way. Now you probably won't have to do that step at home because we assume your floors are pretty level, but it's always a good idea to check it. I've already calculated the volume of liquid plastic you're going to need to make. I filled both of the molds with water, poured the water into my beaker here, and so for both of them I'm going to need 100 milliliters. That means I'm going to need 50 milliliters of part A and 50 milliliters of part B of my plastic. So the first thing I'm going to do is divide this between 2 cups. Now it's not rocket science, so just be as accurate as you can be. You can use a stick, like I'm going to use just a stick here. They're almost exactly the same. So next I'm going to mark the cup. The next thing is I want to label these cups. This will be A, and this will be B, because I want to use these cups over and over. The resin itself is a part A, part B mixture, equal parts by volume. I think part A is the catalyst. I think this is made in Easton. Okay, so I fill this cup up to the line with part A, right there, and this cup with part B. Now one thing I forgot to say is you can see that these molds are slit. That's so you can pull the piece from the mold. It's best to have something just to hold them slightly together. You don't want to have it be too hard, because see how it will deform the circle? But just to snug it up a little bit together. I'm going to use a piece of plastic electrician's tape for now. You don't want it tight, just snug enough that it doesn't separate. That's all you want. That'll be just fine. Okay, now we're going to pour A and B together. Once you do that, it's a fairly short time that you have, I mean a minute or 2 before it hardens, so you have to work a little bit quickly. So first the B, oops. And then the A. And then you need to stir. Make sure it's well mixed, or it will not harden properly. Fill it right to the brim. Now you can see I mixed a little bit extra here. It's better to have a little more than a little too little. It's already getting very hot. Now watch it, it's very cool once it starts to go. Isn't that cool? Now I'm not sure what the demolding time is on this, but the white plastic there is already hard. It's extremely hot because it's an exothermic chemical reaction, so you want to let it sit a little bit. So maybe in, say, 10 or 15 minutes, I'll demold them and they'll be ready to take out. We're going to grind the base of this little piece flat. And to do that, we use this jig here. It has a lid, comes off. The little man goes inside like that, and the cover goes on like that. And we're going to take this and we're going to grind that surface perfectly flat. Now we use a 9/16 Forstner bit to drill out the hole for the magnet. You just glue that in and then you're done.